her, she wanna ride away. Murray's. Let me get a handy in the loud, is the reason why my vision so blurry. She only got a nigga versatile with the style, baby, there ain't no worries. They mad cause I'm living in it now when they girls love it when I talk dirty. Oh, this is fond of me, yeah. You can tell the way that she fondles me, yeah. Ask me if the leave is my sign, I balance and I'm divine, and you can have a good time with me, yeah. Acting like a horror, she on to me,
Hard pause. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome to another episode of the Hard Pause Podcast. It's your boy Julian Black here at Quarter Water TV in the Green Hudson Redwater. We're bringing you another episode. This is episode 67. Thank you, folks, who keep coming through and showing that love. We appreciate you coming through on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, Instagram Live. So much love. Make sure you're hitting that follow button if you haven't already done so. Interact with the video if you're watching it like post production. We appreciate those interactions. I go through and look for those. But yeah, much love. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey yo, Hudson.
Yeah.
Did you see the Fat Joe My Expert Opinion shit?
Nah, I didn't even watch the whole thing. I saw the little clips, and then I was like, I don't.
Did you see the clip though?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
I mean, to keep it real, I mean, he completely out of pocket. Like, he completely out of line. Like, 100% wrong all around the board. Like, even for him to be like, Lord Jamal is the wackest cat in Brand Nubia. I'm like, so then what was you in DITC? Like,
man, I said the same shit, and I'm in the comment section saying that, like, man, that nigga was the wackest in DI, and that ain't even no opinion. That is a fact.
Fact.
That's not no opinion. That's a fact for real.
Well, Showbiz, AG, Law Finesse, Diamond D,
OC, Diamond D. Like, it was no way he was better than none of them niggas.
Facts. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you came in because we put you on. You know what I mean? And then now you want to have revisionist history, but that's really his European, because he's not even Afro-Latino. He more like European Latinos. That's his European DNA kicking up in him.
Now this
blood.
Now I'm gonna give you my take, right? My take on it. I took it a little bit different than a lot of people took it. Well, some people took it the way I took it too, because this was my issue with it. I feel like him using the N-word that many times, I feel like that was deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he did that on purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he did it like, and he know people from the South don't like him using it. Like, you find certain people from certain regions never like Fat Joe using that word. Like, him using the N-word that many times, I feel like that was deliberate. Playing through like, he did that on purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he did it like, and he know people from the South don't like him using it. Like, you find certain people from certain
maybe I gotta put my headphones in.
Using that word. That many times, I feel like that was deliberate. Like, he did that on purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he did it like, and he know people from the South don't like him using it. Like,
maybe I gotta put my headphones. That's not me.
That many times, I feel like that was deliberate. That you?
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
He did it like, and he know. I've asked you several times, is that you? I'm like, is that you?
Maybe I gotta put my headphones.
That's not me. I knew that was you. That's why I was trying to tell you. I knew that was you. It couldn't have been you. The only one got several shit set up like that. Like, I knew it was you. Like, it wasn't me.
Yo, shout out Megan Park. Shout out the Sunday Troublemakers. She's gonna have to get her a Letterman jacket or a shirt when we start making that merch.
But yeah, I took it like this, right? I feel like he used the N-word that many times deliberately. You know, Dave will pop it back up in here, but I feel like he used the N-word that many times deliberately. I feel like him calling FBA some kind of racist radical group was deliberate too. I feel like that was deliberate too. Like, he did that on purpose too, like trying to dog whistle to like the powers that be.
Yeah, am I better right now? My bad, bro. Was that me?
Nah, that was bro. That was bro. Yeah, that was
okay. My bad.
Yeah, but what I said was, I feel like him using the N-word was deliberate. I feel like him calling FBA a radical racist group and saying that FBA don't like people that don't look like them and all that group. I think he was trying to dog whistle. He basically turned into it. We watched him turn into a Karen. That's what we watched. We watched the nigga turn it. He basically was telling Massa, yo, the niggas is out of line. Like they over here saying I can't colonize. That's what it looked like to me. Like, and he was in the room with a bunch of Caribbeans, so wasn't nobody gonna check him on saying nigga and all that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't even identify.
Barbados. Yeah, Math is from Barbados, and if you know Math whole career, his what's the name of his crew? NYU, NYB. Yep. It was him and like a bunch of Spanish dudes in that crew.
Yeah, Cortez, all of them.
Yeah, all the murder half dudes.
Half cats, yeah,
a bunch of them. Like, yeah, so I get where Math coming from, but math word shouldn't mean shit. You ain't from here.
Well, I mean, did you see an interview with one of the I forgot who it was from the Terror Squad, but he black though, but he looked Puerto Rican. He was, yeah. He was like, yo, they didn't realize I was black. He was like, nah, Fat Joe be behind scenes talk rallying like, yo, like the Moreno's time is over, talking crazy. Like that's why I put in comments too. I put in the comments, I said, so we call you, yo, what up, my spick and all that. If we say that, right? Then how you gonna feel about that? Like, what's up?
Right. Because this is the thing. What Latinos don't realize is what we realize is if we wanted to make calling you a spick cool, we could do that.
Fact.
We could make it sound fresh if you want us to really go there. We could make it where everybody's saying it. If you really, because we got the power to kind of do that. Like,
right. And then we could say dumbish too. We could say dumbish too. Like, nah, I'm saying spick with the K, not the C. It's like they be the dumbish with the A. Like, man, I don't care about them.
But the thing is, you know what it is with us, with our people. We don't really take pride in denigrating nobody. Even with the FBA thing, we really just trying to. The reason for the separation is so people could stop using us for the shit we fighting for. It's a reason behind it. It ain't like we just out here trying to shit on nobody else that ain't FBA. We cool with everybody as long as y'all.
Listen, we not trying to steal salsa. We not trying to steal the tango. We not trying to steal nothing y'all got.
Yeah, none of that shit.
Speak for yourself. I have my eye on that bachata stuff, bro. Hip move thing, yo.
Yeah, we gonna appropriate that. Black people start the bachata. We gonna start that.
Yo, shout out on Instagram. We got Boom Boom, Stay Up Gallery, Midnight, flowing through. Much love. Get a clue. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I looked at that. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I looked at it a little different. Looked a little racist to me, like a little racist rant he was going on. Like,
but they say he used to do that.
Yeah, he broke ass.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But they said that he used to do that behind even Cuban links. Like they all like, yo, nah, he been on that. So I'm like, so DITC started some of the nicest brothers ever, brought you under the wing, and this is what you do years later.
Mm-hmm. Salute, Chris.
Salute, Chris. Hard.
My whole thing is even when Fat Joe got beat up out here, right? He lied about that story too, like, cause niggas was dead. When he got beat up out here, he ain't tell apart how he left his mans in them and a nigga.
Yeah, triple six. Yeah, he left triple six.
He left all of them. All of them was there except for Pun. I think maybe not Cuban Link. I don't remember if Cuban Link was there, but all of them basically was there except for Pun. Fat Joe got took out the back room. This nigga from Arena brought that nigga back home. He went home by himself. He ain't go home with them.
You need to talk about that.
He need to talk about that for real. And he got beat up by some, just for the record, he got beat up by some other Puerto Ricans too, just to throw that out there. Like,
hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just a heads up, the Facebook comments aren't working in the main chat. So I'm watching y'all in Instagram. Y'all know how that is. Instagram got a delay. I'm sorry.
Yo, my bad. The funny part is that you know right now he ain't realized, because he on the verge of getting kicked out the picnic. He ain't realized it was gonna have this much of a firestorm. Like, yo, we don't care about your new album. And I never bought a Fat Joe album, just to keep it 100%.
Never.
I don't even know nobody that bought a Fat Joe album. Like,
you know what I think it was? I think he thought like the Democrats thought. He thought FBA was like some cult. No, FBA is a lineage. It's basically niggas don't like. It's basically the African Americans that don't like the term African American. And they don't realize, they don't understand that part. Like, that's what it is. Like, you got like 5 million FBAs. Like, you'll get canceled playing around.
Just like I watched the interview with Math Hoffa's man Gat. I ain't watched the whole thing because after a minute I ain't got time for that. But I'm like, yo, bro, how you a grown man in New York and you talking about you don't know what FBA? His whole thing was like, oh, I didn't even know what FBA was. I'm like, come on, bro, like you that ignorant? Like, how you don't know? And
Them
even if you
niggas,
didn't know, as soon as he said it, you should know. You should when he said with FBA, Foundational Black Authority, however he said it, you should have got it right then. Like you know what he talking about.
them niggas know. But see, one thing I learned about the Tethers, though, one thing I learned about them, they mastered the art of playing stupid. They do the same shit white supremacists do. Like when you talking to them, when you back them into a corner, they play stupid.
Yeah.
Like oh, me don't know. They just start doing that goofy shit. They start playing like they don't understand what's going on. They all do that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all know what FBA is, nigga. Y'all know it's not no cult, and y'all know it's not no organization. Y'all know Tariq Nasheed ain't no leader. That's why Fat Joe was like, look at the leader of them niggas. To be truth, Tariq Nasheed might got more money than Fat Joe for real.
Facts.
On some real shit. Tariq Nasheed
Facts.
is a millionaire. He might got more money than Fat Joe.
Listen, Tariq Nasheed never went to jail for tax evasion.
Never. Facts.
Way better businessman.
The nigga live in the same neighborhood with Chris Brown.
Fat and plus, listen, Fat Joe, listen, you a grown man that had a C-section can't tell me nothing.
Facts. Facts.
Yo.
Facts. And then all that tough talk, nigga. Fat Joe, you got skinny man legs. You can't fight nobody. You old and you got little legs. Like you can't.
And you got a C-section, man. Take care of your child, yo.
What he do? He get a gas. What's that shit called?
Probably got that gastric. Yeah, and they said that nigga was on Ozempic. They was saying all kind of shit about Fat Joe. Like,
he look like a plastic bag.
He canceled.
Right.
And you know who else need to protect their head and before they be next? Busta Rhymes. Tread.
Oh yeah, Busta's on the line right now because he tripping.
Tread lightly, sir. Tread lightly, cause you.
Right. Because when you was the leaders of the new school, I didn't know you was Jamaican when you didn't start doing that Jamaican accents to way after you got your solo career.
He went like solo and he started until he blew up solo and then he like started finding out he was Jamaican. Like
I'm a rude boy. Rude.
That's what I'm saying. Like
when you see Busta Rhymes, he's super Jamaican now though. He patois every time you see him. All of that, I like, man.
Yeah, and on Walmart commercials, dancing in a blue Santa Claus coat. Come on, man.
I got a theory too. You want to hear my theory? This is my theory. I feel like somebody behind the scenes is paying people like Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, what's the nigga name? Luther Campbell, Plies. Niggas is paying them niggas to do like to undermine us. Like that's what I feel like. Because why is you Fat Joe? You know damn well in the early 90s, in the mid 90s, you would have never came out your face and said Puerto Rican started hip hop. Ever. Never. It's like all of a sudden. It's like all of a sudden he just came out of nowhere like, yo, Puerto Ricans started hip hop, Puerto Ricans and black 50-50. Like what? Like
now you know what I think started where the snowball started getting bigger is when KRS-One came out with that BS talking about it was Puerto Ricans and us together, and he said it, and then it went crazy with Lord Jamal and everybody jumping in like, nah, we ain't letting the teacher is lost right now.
But see, this the thing. Fat Joe said the 50-50 thing before KRS-One before that shit even came out. Fat Joe was the first one. No, really, you know who was the first one to say it? Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes did an interview, said America ain't got no culture. Hip hop, they got that from us.
No, I remember that, but the KRS-One thing dropped before that, before Busta did that. I remember that. Yeah, it dropped. KRS-One did the big joint up at the Museum of Hip Hop up in the Bronx. That's what really started. I'm telling you, that's what started. Because then that's when Lord Jamal jumped in, and everybody was like, and then you got that side, this side, and Lord Jamal was like, let's have a talk. And nobody want to talk. You know why nobody want to talk?
Yeah.
But nobody want to actually sit down because they know it is what it is.
The crazy shit, the truth, really, what really got niggas mad was that movie Tariq Nasheed did.
Yeah, microphone
check. That's because he went and got the real founders. He got the people. He got the first graffiti artist, the first female rapper, the first male rapper,
and all those.
First break. He got the first break dancer Trixie. He got all the original people. Like he got all of them, and he got like it's clips of like Spanish dudes saying, "Yeah, we got that from black." That's why I don't understand the art. I don't get it.
They used
Like,
to say, I'm Spanish, but I sound like I'm talking black. They used to be like, yo, we doing that Moreno style. We never said we was doing Puerto Rican style. We never made no empanadas. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like,
never. You know what I told somebody yesterday? I said, "Yo, when I was a kid and when I was in high school and Big Pun first came out, because first how I heard Big Pun was on Hot 97 Funk Flex, because remember he was on the Funk Flex mixtape.
yeah,
When they first was playing Big Pun, I swear to God, on my mother, everybody thought he was black. Everybody, nobody thought Big Pun was Puerto Rican until we seen him. And because remember back then, it took for you a while to see people.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear him first, and then when you see him, you be like, oh, Big Pun, a big Puerto Rican dude, but he nasty, like.
Yeah.
And nobody never judged him because we just didn't know that we thought he was black for real. Because before Big Pun, Fat Joe hung around was niggas.
No, when he got Pun, he was in. Like, I actually got somebody that could actually pull something off.
That's how the Terror Squad formed. Once he got probably around,
and that was Pun putting them. That was Pun's men putting them together like that.
I said the same shit. I said the only black rapper in Terror Squad is Remy Ma, and she got put on by Pun. That's why even in Morigua Morena. That's why he did that. The Spanish and Pun was trying to put us together real. Like,
yeah.
Because and truth be told, if you real, you know it's always been tension there, like between Puerto Ricans and black. It's always been tension. Like it be certain individuals that outside of the box that fuck with each other, but as a whole, it always been a little tension there. Like, I went to Puerto Rican school, nigga. We used to be down there getting into it with them niggas all the time. I said, and in jail, like in jail, nigga, be about to go to war with the Spanish dudes over the TV. I'm telling you, it ain't. You'll see how racist shit is really when you get in jail. Nigga, like the Spanish dudes, the Spanish dudes that got the World War with the Spanish dudes over the TV. I got it again, bro.
Yeah,
the Spanish dudes that used to hang with the black dudes in jail. The other Spanish dudes won't fuck with them.
Yeah, be like that.
Fuck with them. You with the black, you with the niggas now. Cause I had one nigga in jail. He's from Hartford. His name Eggy. That was my boy. If you see this, salute. Man, that was my homie, Spanish nigga, cool as fuck. That was my dog. We used to cook together every day. That was my dog. So they can't accuse me of being racist. I'm just standing on lineage business. I just don't like that. Just don't start lying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like 30%, like 40% of the frat is Puerto Rican.
Right.
So you can't say, you know, and I be having conversations with like, listen, man, it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And this my problem though. This where it start to get tricky. What is your issue? What is y'all issue with with loving our culture though? Like, why is that such a bad thing? It's like something against. Like, what is that?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, we don't feel that way about anybody else. Like, yo, we could, even if we like your joint, like we like, I know some black brothers that like salsa and all that. Like, ain't nobody trying to take it, man. We gonna, like, it's yours.
It's yours.
You know what I mean? To the point where you don't even really see us making that type of music anyway. That's why I'm like, you want to make our type of music, man. Just give up the respect. It's okay. We letting you in the picnic.
Right, we don't mind y'all. We don't mind nobody. Hip hop is for everybody, but just pay homage and don't do the thievery and try to ethno-genocide our culture. Y'all trying to erase what we did and try to make us one big nigga. No.
That term was hilarious. Making us one big nigga.
Think about it. If they make us one big nigga, what happens to our culture? To Black America, everybody else gonna keep their culture.
Yup.
And we gonna lose ours. We ain't no one big nigga. No. We can't share. You could participate in our culture, but we can't let y'all make claim to shit. We can't allow that.
Facts. Like, we ain't trying to take reggae from the Caribbean. Yo, Black Americans started reggae. Stop it, bro. Like, and I like the music. Like, I like it. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, come on, man. We started this, and now that we defending ourselves and standing up, they mad at somebody like at us defending our culture. Like, for Busta Rhymes to say, "What is Black American culture?" Bro, We don't be wearing knitted tank tops. Where is the Jamaican culture on Black Americans? Like, how much did we really take from y'all?
Exactly.
You put the bubble coat on. You started wearing the Timbs. You put the baseball cap on. That's American.
Facts.
Yo, shout out Jesse Yums coming in from Twitch.
Everything in hip hop culture is a Black American culture. Period. It ain't no getting around it because there's no other culture from outside of America that's inside hip hop. None.
Come on, even when cats be trying to rap, even when cats be trying to rap in other languages, it ain't like English, American English. Even when UK cats try to rap in English, it ain't like American English. That's how you know we made it. Because it sounds best.
That's why the shit don't really blow up. Other people like hip hop the versions of hip hop don't really get as big as ours because it's like generic.
Right. Ours is the pure.
No disrespect, it's generic.
And the cats that really blow up from other cultures that rap is because if it's an Asian cat, it's because he sounds like us. He sound like us.
And the only way he'll really blow up, he got to come here. He can blow up over there, but we ain't gonna hear that shit.
And it ain't gonna put no stamp on nothing if you blow up. You got to do it here.
You got to do it here. Yep. It is what it is. Just like somebody said, why it ain't soul food restaurants? If soul food so good, why it ain't soul food restaurants everywhere? I said, cause you need us to cook it. We put this. I said, what you think? What you think Popeyes and KFC is? It's generic. It's generic soul food. They can't call it soul food because we don't cook it. That's why y'all don't got all our shit everywhere because y'all need us to do it. Without us, it ain't soul food.
Right. It ain't got no soul.
Nigga, we could give you the recipe and everything. It still ain't the same.
Right. They don't fry chicken the same. They don't make mashed potatoes and gravy the same. Collard greens and none of that.
Nope. You could go on YouTube and watch niggas cook it. It still won't be that soul food for. It's not gonna taste the same. I'm telling you, it's not.
Yeah, Chris says Ari Spears made fun of the UK after my ass off. He like, y'all don't sound scary at all.
At all. And not saying they don't get busy because they get busy.
Oh, they do. They violent. Yeah, they come in with swords.
Yeah, swords.
And they'll slice and dice your ass.
Yeah, they get
right.
busy. They get busy, but my thing. Yeah, they need to probably get more busy because every time the Olympics come around, the white people lose, they run around beating on them niggas every 4 years. One thing with over here, we don't really play around like that. Like it gotta be police picking soft targets, and it gotta be a whole bunch of them. For them to do something to us, we gotta be severely outnumbered, outgunned, and all that shit for them to do shit to us. Like we don't really play like that. It ain't gonna be no people running around beating on us. We don't really play them.
Yeah. Now they violent over here. Even with that football, let a team lose.
Oh wow.
They be throwing bananas at them niggas and all kind of shit. I be like, man, they be talking about racism over. Man, racism is alive and well, sir. You see, not to change the subject, but bro, have you seen the Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk debacle? Oh man, the right wing has exploded.
Well, I think they're making it out to being more what it is. I think the working people here, because the H-1B visa they're talking about is how they bring techies over to the United States. Now, the fact that they don't like it, corporate companies are gonna like it. It's an interesting talk. It's not really a huge beef, but American workers who've spoken in large numbers working, they don't like it. So
bro, listen to your brother. That shit is a huge beef, bro. Listen to me.
It is, but it ain't going nowhere. It's legal. They got
no. I ain't talking about this. See, this is the thing. This is where I'm talking. Not in the government sense. I'm talking about on the ground though. It's turmoil on the ground, nigga. If you go on Twitter right now, they are frying Vivek. The nigga, the white supremacist is on his head, dog. Elon.
But even none of them cats that's frying got no power to do anything. They could talk trash all they want. In order to change those visas, it has to happen through the Senate and Congress, and the president got to approve it. This is all they're complaining about legal non-immigrant or legal immigrant. It's coming. But they did say that law was passed in the 90s to make it more, and corporate companies were taking advantage, hiring high level engineers for less, and then firing American dudes that had a good like eval, was getting awards, just to hire another mug for half the money to do the same job, and making the dude they're firing train his replacement.
But look, this the thing people on the ground is saying. They mad at Vivek because they saying he trying to sneakily sneak your little East Indian. He trying to sneak your people over here, nigga. No, we want all these niggas gone. That's what people on like. They ain't with none of that. They like, man.
All them, but here's the problem: all them niggas talking that goofy shit. It's hilarious, but it ain't valid for shit.
Yeah,
This
that
nigga,
shit ain't valid.
his family here already, yo. He ain't got to sneak shit.
No,
He's
not
rich.
not his real people. No. Not his real family. Yeah, he trying to get more of them over here. That's really what he trying to do, though.
I don't think so.
All right, go look it up. Go look up some of that
just
shit.
because those niggas say it don't make it true.
No, that's what he was saying. He was saying something about what he was saying. Basically, he was
visas.
He was saying something basically about he wanted basically telling white people they need to pick themselves up by their bootstraps in the East Indian culture. He was saying some shit like that. That's why they on his head. Elon was agreeing with him.
They could get at him. But like
they getting at him. It ain't. I ain't saying it's gonna move no needle government wise, but they on them niggas' heads like.
But even with them niggas, they didn't pass the laws to make these visas and for these legal immigrants to come. Even if they feel like they want it, he probably said some clown shit that nobody liked, so they roasted him. Yeah,
that's what's going on. But I'm saying, the conversation piece is what I'm saying is it's the right wing getting at him though. That's the trick bag. Like it ain't like Democrats. It's the same. Yeah. It's the same party getting at him because of that. Like it's turmoil. It's a little turmoil over there. Like.
Well, they never been like on that side. They never been 100% yes men. Some of them are the devout Trumpers, but they never wanted the vaccine. They never wanted all this other shit. So they act like it's just this walking line, fist, a hand in the air.
No.
But it never been that. So when they say some clown shit, these motherfuckers don't like. They got it coming. Yeah, it doesn't. They got it coming. So
it's just something to talk about. Yeah, that shit is just funny. When I see that, I said niggas acting like, see, you look at. I'm like, nigga, what y'all expect? You think that I thought it was gonna be smooth? I knew what it is, but I'd rather deal with this shit than the other shit. Nigga, Kamala and them still in office tripping. Niggas ain't saying nothing about that. Like they still in office doing bugged out shit. Like
here's the thing: they're making a big deal on something that's already law. And they're not even in office, nor are they elected officials. Fact. And they making it seem like it's something that's been done already. Like they make every single transaction that's happened before they even get in office a huge deal.
Nigga, like Biden and them is doing shit, and niggas is blaming Trump already. I'm like, this nigga Trump is not in office. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
They had this one lady, she was on there, she had a viral post. She goes, Trump won the election and has been president since. He's our president now, and he hasn't done a thing he promised. And I was like, somebody made sure that bitch got her medicine. These people, because they don't know reality. Shit, that he's the president-elect. He's not in office.
It's a lot of people saying that shit though. I swear to God, it's a lot of people saying that shit. Like it's a lot of people saying that shit, acting like Trump in office. They acting like Elon the president right now.
Yo, I don't like to say it, but I'm gonna just have to say it to the folks that think that you're dumb.
Dumb as hell.
You goofy as fuck. Why don't you do a Google search or something? Learn some words, my boy. Learn something, because you talking crazy. Now you can still talk shit about them because they make moves like clowning. Like I think that's a healthy conversation piece. Clowning the corporate people for liking the immigrant visas, but they always gonna like them. That's a legal way people could come in. You know what I'm saying, and get these jobs, and it saves them money. Julian for president? Hell no. I be had to do all my speeches like Eddie Murphy said the first black president do. I like to welcome to the country. Thank you very much. It's like dodging, and this is the thing. He keeps moving. He won't stay still. Remember that show?
Yeah. Was that in Raw?
I think it was Raw. It had to be Raw. I think because it definitely wasn't Delirious.
Yeah. No, Delirious was that one though. Delirious was crazy.
He don't even got the suit. You know how much that suit would be worth?
He said he don't got it.
Keenan Ivory Wayans thought it'd be funny to wear it to a club, and Keenan's a big dude, so he put it on and ripped it to shreds, destroyed it. And Eddie thought it was funny at the time too.
Yeah, I bet you now he like, damn, I wish I had that. Should be hundreds of thousands probably.
That's
Right.
there might be a collector that might even buy the bitch for $1 million.
He probably could have got it repaired though, for real.
Probably. Or
Got to get that bitch put back together.
I think they threw that bitch in the garbage, man.
Oh yeah, I know they did by now, but I'm thinking, yeah, they was having money, especially back then. Young niggas having money. I'm throw that shit out. And you ain't thinking you gonna be a legend.
You think about it, this mug been rich for decades. He don't even have to work no more. Yeah, he work now for the passion of it. He like, I just want to act.
Yeah, that's why he make kids. That's why he make a lot of kid movies. He just doing this shit for the fun. Like,
and they said that mug shut down. And when he was gone out of public eye, the whole time he was just being a dad. He was a soccer dad. He was taking care of his family and doing shit like that. Doing events at his crib. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's dope shit.
Eddie Murphy said if 30 years ago you would have told me I'd be a stay-at-home dad and Bill Cosby be in jail, I would have bet all my money against that.
Man.
Wow.
Man, that Bill, shout out to Bill Cosby, man.
Shout out to Bill, man. He up there too. Ain't he like in his 90s now?
Yeah, close to it. If he ain't, he close to it, like late 80s, early 90s. Mm-hmm. Man, nigga, you know what's crazy? Niggas ain't mad at R. Kelly no more, for real.
He been in jail for a minute now.
Niggas like, man, let R. Kelly. I'm talking about women and all that. I be seeing women talking about they be listening to R. Kelly all the time still.
Yeah, well, I don't want to stop listening. Then that man has some bangers, man. It's unfair to me to not have to listen. You know how many of my kids I made to his songs, man? Those shits is nostalgic.
I got an unpopular opinion. I don't. R. Kelly, like I like R. Kelly song, like certain songs. Like I don't like. True. I never really was a crazy R. Kelly fan like that. Like so.
Now that in the closet joint that he was doing when he did like 36 chapters in I was like, what is he doing, man?
He was bugging. He had cases on his head. They was on him by that time, so he was bugging. He was bugging. But I never really was like a super R. Kelly fan like that. Like a lot of them songs was corny.
I mean, because he basically just sing talking for the most part.
Right, and it didn't age. A lot of them songs didn't age well. Like Drake music. Drake music ain't gonna age well. It's already not aging well. I can't listen to that old Drake shit. That shit sound corny as fuck. Like it's like it make me feel like I got programmed to even like Drake for real. It make me feel like that because when I go back and listen to it, I'll be like, man, this is garbage.
Yeah. Now I'll be feeling like that sometimes too. When I'll be, as you get up in levels, the hypnotism, you start picking it out yourself. You like, like, damn, I didn't even know I was hypnotized like that.
Yeah, like this ain't even really good. Like I ain't even good. Word, like this ain't like yo. Go if you tell me if I'm tripping. One of y'all or both of y'all go back and listen to like Drake's first like 2-3 albums and tell me if I'm that shit ain't really good. That music is trash.
Yeah, he ain't really that good at singing either. It's like he like a mediocre.
That's what I'm saying. Even the singing shit, it ain't even. It's not good. It's really not good. It's garbage. Like I don't know. Like. I feel like maybe I shook the whatever spell they had on me, but they programmed me a little bit, like because Drake shit was sounding so fire a few years ago. Like that shit sound trash now. Like
I think we all get a little bit hypnotized being so bombarded with all this stuff, especially when we in our a little younger. But now we getting older, and plus we've broken the fourth wall, meaning that we got our own podcast, independent people, so they can't do the programming how they used to. Because before, you really was just confined to whatever they want to show you.
That's facts.
Yeah, and then always I don't really take like every time, especially if something seems too good to be true or ludicrous. If I go and look it up, it usually is bullshit. Once in a while, you get surprised, and the shit be actual factual. It be real stuff. So I do, and it made me look up stuff hella more. And then that's one time I got frustrated. I made it a rule now. I don't have outside debates outside of this podcast on certain political based topics unless they're willing to come on the pod. I'm telling you, hey, listen, you do your research and bring that bullshit onto the pod, and we'll discuss it there. I'm not wasting I'm not sending you no links to shit because I've been doing it for years, and I'm not sending you shit. I'll tell you what we talking about. You do your own damn research.
Or you come up here and get cooked on live on air for being stupid.
That's because and a couple people was willing to do that, but then when they did the research on the shit, they found that it was all bullshit. So they changed their mind. A couple changed their mind about
That's what I'm saying. Come on air, yeah. Cause the thing is when you decide to come on air, you're gonna really try to do some research and you're gonna find out a lot of that shit that you believe is cat. Like you let the news lie to you.
Just because, and if you decide to come on, just a what do you call it? A warning label. Well, anyone's welcome to come on, but if you come on and the shit not good for you, we not taking it down. I don't give a fuck.
Hell no. Like,
but I want that down. I was like, no, motherfucker. It's up there in the internet forever.
It's forever. That ain't even nothing to talk about. Like if I say something crazy up here, that shit ain't getting took down. I'm standing on it. Like,
yeah, me too, man. I got drunk on this motherfucker. That shit looked crazy when I went back. That's why I don't really drink like that. I'm like, that's not a good look, my boy. You look crazy.
You gotta go. People gotta go way back in the archives to see that one. That's like episode 1 or 2 or 3, probably the first 5. You was getting sauced up.
Yo, I remember one time I was so lit, Terrell was like, yeah, it's time to wrap this up, bro.
Hell yeah.
And then I was trying to do a spiel, but I couldn't get the words together. He said, man, if you don't shut this shit down.
Right, just cut it off. Just split.
Yeah, that nigga was tripping. That nigga was drunk. I'm talking about like coming out the club drunk. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Couldn't form complete sentences and slurring and shit. It was horrible.
Yeah, nah.
Only ours that does a pod, they said the same thing. They had to trash a pod because they got too twisted. I ain't putting that shit out there. I said our shit was live streamed, so it's out there.
Yeah, that shit is out there.
But it's out there.
Yeah, you can take it down. That shit ain't. You ain't do nothing too crazy. Like shit, the Murph one when he was pissing on stream is out still up. Like that shit is still up.
Yeah, the Murph piss sessions, they're still up. Both of them. I told Rissa, she was like, I was like, yeah, we did it. And then my boy, he went and pissed in the box. She said, again? I was like, you was there for the first piss? Like, yeah. We was like, yo, your boy bugging. And you was telling me to take him out, mute him, or do something. And I wasn't paying attention. I was reading something for the next segment. And he was like, man, this nigga pissing, man, you don't mute his account.
Man, I seen it coming. I seen him like he tried to go to the bathroom a couple times before, but I don't know what made him change his mind. I seen him trying to do it. That's why I was like, yo, mute that nigga. See, the mute button funny because you got to do it from the bottom.
Yes, right at the picture.
You can't do it from up top. Like you gotta do that shit from the bottom. Like, hell yeah, nigga.
Oh, if you click the 3 buttons, you got a mute option in there.
Yeah, that take too long. I ain't know you could do that.
You gotta click it and you drop down, and you gotta scroll down to it. It's easy just to go straight to the button next to the picture and mute.
Yeah, I be doing. That's how I be muting niggas. Mute that shit from the bottom. Shit, put the link in the chat just in case everybody want to pull up.
Okay. Heads up on folks. If you feel like jumping in the Hard Pause podcast today, I'm gonna throw a link in. You switching or you sharing the stage, huh?
No, I got well, I don't know what happened. Maybe I need to come out and go back in.
Hold up. Yeah, the one is frozen. You hit it twice.
Yeah, you got you in there twice.
Hold up. I'll take the other one out. There you go. You good.
I'm good.
Good. No, you
good. You good.
Oh, I got 2 up.
I take the other one.
All right.
I don't want to do that. If you
know what? I'm gonna come back in.
All right, that'll work. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove them from so he could come back. All right, here we go. Okay, as I was saying, I'm gonna send a link down. You can click on into this. If you're on Apple, you can actually you can download a StreamYard app and come in as a guest. If you don't want to be on camera, that's understandable, but you're gonna have to, like, while you're in the lobby, while you're in they call it backstage, while you're backstage, you're gonna have to like flip the camera on so we know you're not ass naked with your titties out and not gonna be flashing us and shit. There's absolutely no flashing. Don't take us to the bathroom to piss. If you're chilling with us, go ahead and mute and come back later because you can't do it. And welcome, bring the conversation. If you got any topics you want to bring, we're good for that. Here, I'm gonna do that now. Drop it into this chat feed. I don't know if some platforms may not allow me to do that. Okay, it's dropping across all platforms. Now, could I do that in Twitch? Here we go. Here.
Boy got all them screens up. Did you ever get the other screen fixed?
It's not broken. It's just the hub was fucked up. I bought a new hub and I've been lazy having because that screen I mostly just use for work. So I just left it as a work screen. But I'm thinking about like adding another different screen for work and then having all four of my screens here because it'd be nicer to have another one right left of me, especially with all these different chats I gotta have open for when the StreamYard's not working right. Because right now, no Facebook chats are coming up, especially from it used to not come up from my my regular Facebook. Now it's not coming up for either Facebook. But I don't think they're chatting on the Julian Black. This one of them rare times on X. Oh, we got 2 coming in from X. X was like 0 for a few. Thank you for coming in on X, man. Oh, I'll talk to you about this offline. About homegirl that does the music. She wanted to do a spaces thing for growth. I have conversations and also promote the podcast, her music, and she wanted us to like just start our own spaces and bring people in to get followers and network.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I figured you would be. I told her you live on it. She did her first space now. She got 29 cats in there chilling. If we weren't working, I'd be up in there chilling too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one thing with spaces, they be in them shits for hours. So I'm sure she'll be up there by the time we finish too. Like she'll still
just chilling in the space. I got me a good 45 new followers on X.
I'm telling you, I fuck with X. That's my favorite app right now. That's the one I be on the most for real.
Yeah, she wasn't playing. She mentioned it twice, and then she said, "I'm doing it." I was like, "All right, we gotta recruit some other people," and she did it. She one of them doers. She just got fascinated. So she was the girl I sent you her Facebook links for you to look at her music, Hudson, a while ago.
Oh yeah. Okay, is that her playing in the background there?
No, that's Sean.
Oh, I couldn't really hear too good.
No, it's down low. Sort of voice. This song is called "Stick Around." Sean Silver. Which album is this? It says Dream Life is the composer. It's the PNS Music. Is that the Glamorous? I don't even know what it says on the side. I listen to this album. All I hear on here, I got a lot of spins of Mark's and Sean's music. Every time we stream and I play it in the background.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm wrong.
Hey.
Yeah, Sean got everything, man. He's got poppy shit. I heard that last album he was doing some rock, like some sort of rock shit. He got R&B, pop, hip hop. At first I thought he was a rapper. The first song I heard was kind of like he was rapping and shit. And all of a sudden I heard him just blowing like Usher in another song. I was like, damn, this nigga do everything.
I ain't know what Chris was. I mean, what Sean was when I first I was like, I didn't know which way he was going. But I figured it was R&B though. I did though.
Oh, we gotta see when he get his next video out. We can premiere it here. Old girl Miss Aravari, I was gonna bring her, Julissa Aravari. I was gonna bring her on, but she might not even have her music. We might play some of her music, but she was saying don't even bother worrying about playing that. She'll just advertise the website because she said who she got her publishing through, you're gonna get a copyright strike. So she said, so don't even bother.
Quarter Lab or one of them.
She said you're gonna lose that live stream, so don't even bother playing it. I was like, that's nice of you to say that. Damn, she's just promote my shit when I'm on there. I get people to come look at it. It's a good way. She was good last time. She had good she was talking. You know, they had a feminine perspective, which we need. We need more estrogen because we a testosterone
Oh,
filled
that was the
situation.
girl that was up here last time, you mean?
And she was in the comments. She never came up in. Mhm. Yeah. So, I was thinking about you see the shit you sent me.
Say what?
I was thinking about playing that video of old boy O'Shea talking about the Candace Owens joint.
Oh yeah, pull that up. Yep.
Yeah, what happened? Because I've been out the loop a little bit. I've been stuck in the studio like a little recording slave.
That's good money. That means you in the zone.
Yeah, I'm trying. Caught a little spurt.
It was in a nutshell, it was O'Shea Jackson talking about the situation with Candace Owens and certain other folks having a preference for island people and connection with island people. Meanwhile, they part black and they don't have that same protective preference for black folks. And meanwhile, they look like they're just trashing black folks, going at them for generational shortcomings that some folks may display. But when it comes to their Caribbean counterparts, even though it might have been their great grand or their grandma that was Caribbean, they got Candace literally said, I'm protective and I got a preference for the island people. Bitch, you was here though. You was born here. Your daddy black.
Yeah.
Basically doing that tether shit. Coming here talking crazy about black Americans while ignoring your own culture and acting like you don't see that shit.
Even when she be talking about like her affinity for Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? Over like whatever. I mean, but I haven't been paying attention, so I'm a little bit out the loop. Like I ain't even.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know why I don't even get that. Like, what's with her affinity? I ain't never heard her say that. Why she?
I had never heard it either.
Why she got an affinity for Nigerians?
She said she just think they're hardworking people. They just. She said on her podcast like a couple times.
But she was saying she had an affinity. The ones we were talking about, she had an affinity for Trinidadians because you won't talk shit about Nikki.
Because she Caribbean. She's from the Caribbean. She said she got a Caribbean bias.
There you go. That's the exact word.
Yeah, she said she got a Caribbean bias because even I think one of her producers told her that because she was like, when they bring up topics and they was asking her to talk about Rihanna, oh, I don't want to talk about Rihanna. They asked her to talk about Nicki, oh, I don't want to talk about Nicki. Like
now it's funny with O'Shea's clip.
At least she admitted it though. I will say that
she ain't trying to like be like fake about it. She let people know these are my people. Now, here's the funny thing about O'Shea. If you watch him coming in, you could tell O'Shea is not a fan of the MAGA people. He edited it cleverly. As soon as he said racist, it was a MAGA hat wearing white boy in the screen, and that shit wasn't accidental.
Of course not.
It could have just fell in there, but I see too many guys.
I think he do all his own editing, so you know that shit ain't on accident.
Hold on, let's go.
Has been a rise on YouTube of what is known as black conservative commentators. And at first, these guys were very small in number, and there wasn't a lot of opportunity in this field because it was pretty much dominated by white conservatives or some people who were considered to be white racists. But the black conservatives came into this space and pretty much identified the same talking points that many of these white people wanted to say, but didn't want to be hit with the racist commentary. And they built quite the audience with a lot of non-blacks. And one of them that was...
Yo, and here's one thing. Since we had this black conservative movement, I've seen a lot of them. There's white folks that get mad at these mugs and call them white supremacists. It's the most crazy shit you ever seen. A white man calling a black man a white supremacist. That shit just wild.
Can I let me say this though? I will say this. See, this is why I don't like the left a lot, because with these black conservatives, a lot of them are starting to push too far to the right too by saying stupid shit. Like, ain't no white supremacy, man. If you don't get your bitch ass on, ain't with none of that. That's the thing. One thing with me, I could listen to two things and two things could be true. Like, he could say some real shit and be talking bullshit at the same time. Because a lot of them will say, "Oh, ain't no white supremacy." I got the same. I got the same opportunity as everybody else. No, you don't, nigga. You think you do. Till something happened to your ass.
Then you want everybody to come out and support.
Mm-hmm.
He said, as a barber, I love this in every stage of beard growth. You talk about each of us. Yo, Hudson not really a hairy faced dude. He got more hair on his face than Quarter though.
Yeah, I can't grow hair on my face for real.
I can't get this on the sides here. I wish I could.
Neither. I be telling bro that I can't either.
Yeah, I couldn't when I was like 12, 13. It wouldn't fill in. I'm just like,
Shut up.
I ain't even mad at
13-year-old with a full beard.
Motherfuckers be like, yo, the women like a beard, man. I don't care nothing about that shit. I'm glad I can't grow that shit on my face, nigga.
But there's a period of it. I call it the beard puberty, where the shit be itchy and uncomfortable. Once you get past that, it's nothing. You just brush the shit.
Yeah, I'm cool on that shit, man. That old beard look, nigga. That shit gonna go away. That beard shit was in style before. It's gonna go away again one day.
It goes in cycles. It goes in cycles. But most of the niggas that throughout history, most of the cats that had facial hair was procreating. So there's a huge abundance. There's only a handful of us that have struggled getting it. Most of us had the capability of growing. So it ain't gonna grow nowhere as long as you got lazy niggas that don't want to shave.
It's always gonna be niggas with that shit on their face.
Like here's one of the group of people that usually always have beards. Veterans. While they in the service, they can't have them unless they go like Delta Force or something. So when they get out, they don't want to shave for nothing. They want to do exact opposite. They don't want to carry guns. They don't want to do nothing.
Beards was not in style the whole 90s.
Not with most of us, nah, because I
the
had clean
whole
shave.
90s, everybody was clean shave. Every rapper, every even the early the beards ain't coming to style until Freeway with the Sunni beard. That's when everybody started wearing beards.
We wasn't, but with the vets, they was wearing it the whole time.
I'm talking about as far as like, you know, everybody. Like how it is now, like it wasn't, that shit was not in style back then, like not no 90s.
And I tried to grow my shit out at one point, but one, girls didn't like it back then. Two, it started.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. The whole 90s, women did not like no hairy face niggas and all that shit. That
still
shit
women that hate it now. It's the women that hate it.
It ain't that much. Most of them chicks be loving them niggas with the beards and all that shit. That's what they say. I don't really give a fuck what they like. You know what
Tried a beard, but my girlfriend told me if I got a beard, she's gonna grow a 70 bush. After Googling and seeing that, sadly, I can't be unseen. Baby face it is for me. Yo, that's messed up. No woman should subject a man to a 70s bush. That's just
chills like a crawl cat up there and die. Oh my god.
Who's Polar Nights? That's some old that's
funny as hell.
Yo, that's some old freaking old Chris Chaos type humor right there.
For real. That shit funny as hell. Yeah, but got hit play. We said
was able to do so was former Democrat Candace Owens. Now, Candace Owens used to be against Donald Trump. Then she found out how lucrative it was being for Trump. Well, she went on and did very well. I believe she's even one of the first people to come out with Blexit, which is like blacks exiting the Democratic Party. And nothing is wrong with supporting Donald Trump. But the issue is how she does it. She doesn't just support Donald Trump or the right because of their policies. She does so at the detriment to black society.
It's a broken culture, it's a broken society, and hip hop is hurting things. But I also want to talk to you about something I've realized. Even if Black Americans are aware and know their history, right? And you can get Black conservatives who understand the history much more, who understand, you know, the ills of the left and what the left has done. But still in that regard, they bring to the conservative side the same bad habits that I was hoping Black conservatives would be abandoning. And what I'm talking about, number one, is conflict resolution. Black Americans do not know how to resolve basic conflicts.
Pause.
I was going to ask you about that. See what you got.
Pause. Oh my god, man. Woosah.
Bitch,
you come from an island, right? Where you gotta flee. This shit is crazy. This why it start to make you feel like you be disrespecting people when you tell them like you fled your island, whatever island you really come from. Like you fled there. Them people couldn't resolve. How you gonna put that on us? We got to get along with all kind of black people. Fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
we the only people that got to get along with all these different cultures of people because they put them all in our neighborhoods, nigga. So how we don't know how to conflict resolute? That don't make no sense.
Facts.
On some real shit to think about that don't make no sense.
I can see the only situation I see is like the black folks in our family. I haven't ran into any folks like that in our family. You usually could talk to them, and you usually spit your stuff. Like me and Terrell, we'll get on here. We'll go hot and heavy on the debate. We'll have opposing opinions, and we'll talk it out. Then we turn the camera off. You know, he my brother. Love him. We gonna say, all right, bro. I'll see you next Sunday. Man.
Yeah,
We'll be talking through the week. People on here think we mad.
That shit ain't about nothing.
I was like, no, it's always good because honestly, the truth be told, there's a lot of opinions I had, and they were mostly strictly opinions off of things I've read and things I've seen. But he kind of pointed out shit, and it made me think back to shit I've seen in the past that made his thought process way more logical than what I had. Because there was shit I didn't remember, and he was like, "You remember this? You remember when we was growing up? We saw this. You saw that? Man, they wasn't doing that shit. Think about it." I was like, "You know what, Nick? You're right. You're absolutely right." So I read up on some stuff. So there's certain stances I had that I have changed since we've been doing the podcast. But I am a little more of a I could say I'm a more of a centrist. I like to consider myself. But some people might deem it that I'm a little more right leaning. Good evening from you're from Norway. Oh, much love. The Norwegians in the building.
Salute. Yeah, I ain't right or left. I'm a realist. I don't like these people that be coming from other places that come here and get on their feet and just all of a sudden feel like they can wag their finger at us. Like, nigga, we been through the most shit on this land. We the reason why you here. Like, your family if your family's successful is because of the shit my family did.
Previous generations open up the doorways for the future cast to come through for them to talk shit on them. Right. And then also too, they accomplished like Pop said this years ago, and it always resonated with me. He said, if you look at the African American community, black community here in the United States, they accomplished more than other people in other situations in the most adverse environment. And they still succeeded. They still won things. They still, proceeded along the lines. So just for that sheer fact alone, you should be proud to be part of that culture and that movement.
That's why I don't tolerate no disrespect from no kind of other. I don't give a fuck if you black. If you ain't black American, don't speak ill on. Cause you know what's crazy? I could give you the same energy. I don't speak ill on nobody culture if they don't come from mine.
Facts.
I try to respect all cultures, all religions.
But if you come, I do too. But if you come to me saying anything crazy about my culture, I'm gonna start spilling facts about yours. I ain't even gonna lie on you. That's the shit with me. I'm not gonna tell one lie about your shit. I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna just start telling the truth. Leave my shit alone, man.
All American and the industry.
Labeling yourself, you all American. That's true.
Yeah, we are all American. That makes sense.
But we a different set of Americans though. It's a little different when you hear I get what you're saying though. Like, it's a little different.
And the thing is too is like even with you think about America's they call it a young experiment. America hasn't been around as long as other countries. Facts. So if you really look at some of the progress certain people have made in this country, it's a short time frame. 1964 Civil Rights Bill was signed 10 years before I was born.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit has been done, and what they want to do is fast forward to 10 years after I was born and act like everything was hokey dory from.
That's the whole problem. Like, they act like when they be like, "Oh, you living in the past, nigga." That shit wasn't that long ago.
Like, so bad.
And then we never got paid, and y'all just act like we just supposed to eat that. Hell no.
It's so bad that this is happening now. The CIA and all these cats, FBI had so much intricate shit woven that caused the death of so many civil rights leaders. Their families are winning lawsuits now today.
We have Africans in Norway, but they are here. They're
Norwegian.
Yes, the Africans the thing is, it's a little different. The reason why I'm saying that, because I know a lot of people in other countries don't really understand the differences, right? We're not from Africa. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because even if we've been here so long, we can no longer call us Africans. We had an ethnogenesis. We are Black Americans. But the reason why we can't say we just regular Americans, we get treated different here.
Now, here's one thing that Terrell did point out to me. If we were sitting here talking, and he was saying, like, yo, even if you look at our genetic makeup, if we take a DNA test, there's no African that has a spread that wide of that many different
Yeah,
Africans.
our shit don't look nothing like they shit.
They don't like if you
Our
test
genetic makeup don't look like theirs at all.
yeah, and it's just like a conglomerate. Like they said, what did you find out when you took the DNA test? I only see 3 Americans.
Nah,
Well,
I respect
appreciate
it.
you.
Nah, I
That's what's
appreciate
up.
that. I get what he's saying.
That's
I
what's
get
up.
what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
In Norway, and I had a bunch of friends from Norway. I had a lot of them on Instagram for a few. Then I had a couple of them that chill
That's
with
a
us.
fact too. Everybody come from Africa. That is a
This is
fact
true.
too.
I lost my train of thought. We need to get back to the video then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Has to turn into a fight. I hate you forever. You got to draw lines. It's like you're this gang or that gang. And you still see it happening in politics.
Now, don't get me wrong. Not everything that Candace Owens says about Black dysfunction is false. Many of the things that she says is true. I believe that the umbrage that many African Americans take up with her is, does she really have an agenda with that? This is very important when you're dealing with Candace Owens and her rhetoric. And this was noticed by none other than Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed has been going back and forth with those on the left and even those on the right for a long time. When you hear that pick yourself up by your bootstrap narrative, well, Tariq Nasheed has already heard that, and typically that does come from the right. And when a lot of those people get help from the government and they get assisted, only to turn around and say, pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
See, that's something that a lot of people don't understand too, that the government did do in regards to farming and shit like that in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 30, 40, 50, and 60s. They would give immigrants non-paid back grants and give them classes and all this other shit. I heard a speech right before, it was a week or two before Martin Luther King was struck. He was mentioning that they did all this stuff to help these people, and he was going to go get a check. You couldn't help Black folks, but you could help all these migrants coming in. He didn't call them migrants, immigrants. I have to be sick. I still want to do, even if she is pregnant. It's like so.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, Polar. Thanks for the comment, though. Good luck with that. It sounds like a pregnancy going on, and you stroking it out, trying to make it happen. Keep your back in it, my fam. Yeah, much love.
But this why I really didn't want to go like there with Polar Nights, because this what I was trying to get them to see. In America, they'll bring up stuff. They still sabotaging us now. Like, they still be doing little slick shit to Black people now. Like, if they had just stopped sabotaging us, we probably wouldn't even be asking for reparations. They can't help themselves though. That's the problem. Like, that's the main problem. Like, but that's why we gotta call ourselves something different than just Americans, because we different than we foundational Black Americans. We was here before everybody else.
And that's what I felt too. I had some of our family members that was like, clowning us for being like having a love for America and being patriotic for the country. And I told them, so I'm not patriotic to a blind degree. I understand my people that had a complicated relationship with this country, but a huge amount of the people I love are here. So I'm gonna root for the success of here. I want this country to succeed. I want. We
live here. Where else we going? The crazy shit is, this the thing, right? Where people trick us, Black Americans, that hate America, which is so wild, right? Why would we as Black Americans hate America, right? If everybody destroyed this country right now, where is we going? We don't got nowhere to run, my nigga. So we'll be the stupidest people to hate America for real, because we the only ones that really ain't got nowhere to go if they mess this country up. We stuck here. This is our land. Like, so why would we? That don't make no sense. Like, more than anybody, more than any white person, more than anybody that's Latino, more than anybody. If they mess this country up, we gonna be the only ones here. Us and probably poor white people.
They're gonna be here, but they're gonna be all right. They could hunt, they could fish, They could get clean water
But
from
see,
the
but
sky.
see, we'll be all right too, because the thing is, we have spiritual ties to this land, so we've been here for centuries.
Mhm.
So we'll be all right too. Trust me. That's why no matter how many tricks and stuff they throw at us, we still here. We still our numbers are still going up because they can't. We have spiritual ties to this land. As long as we here, we all right. That's why we don't run. That's why our ancestors didn't run nowhere. They keep saying, "Oh, y'all went here, man." I read the remember I sent you the thing about the Liberia thing. They try to send Black Americans to Liberia. They said that shit would not work. I read the government papers, bro. Remember I sent you the link. The shit said it would not work because the Black Americans would not adjust over there. They would not. We not from over there.
And you got people that already occupied that area that have been there for centuries themselves, and you trying to put a bunch of foreign colored folks in charge of their shit, like colonized.
And this was during, and the crazy shit, what I didn't know was the Liberia thing was during slavery. This was like 1820. It was like 1820 when they sent them over there or something like that. And they still came back. So what that mean to you, brother? Like, what that mean? They still came back home. Like most of them still came back home. Like,
man, I went over there. Them fools don't even use deodorant, man. I had to get my.
They was probably saying them niggas live. They was saying they said from the what's the name? They was saying some of them was saying the slave quarters was better than living over there.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because if you go see the slave quarters was clean. It was just small, but they kept their shit clean.
Black
They
folks
wasn't
kept
living
these-
in filth. Yeah, they wasn't living in filth. You know, we cleanly people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
No matter what, we gonna be clean. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No matter what, our kids gonna be clean too, even if you broke as hell on.
We learned that from grandma and them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is like one of the first things you learn is to clean. Like,
I remember one time when we was living in the projects in McQuanic and shit, and I went outside to play and shit. I was lazy. I took a bath just earlier that day. Of course, I ain't put enough moisturizer on, so I was outside looking ashy as an escaped slave. My mother came by, saw me looking like this. She slapped me. You don't get your ass upstairs and put something on them damn knees out here making me look crazy.
Facts.
It's when you a kid, you a representative because you know in them neighborhoods, everybody know everybody. So everybody know your mom. She young too. And you got your son out here looking ashy, little black boy out here looking ashy, little motherfucker. Like,
He looked like he was kneeling in flour. What the hell? Get
man.
your ass upstairs, boy.
Yeah, let's finish out this shit before the
Now that's important because Candace Owens is going to play into that also. Candace Owens is also one of those people that wants to tell Black people what to do. And Tariq Nasheed is going to mention a time where Candace Owens actually spoke on a reparations committee against reparations for hashtag FBA or African Americans.
Because I know she spoke at one reparations thing, and we got
like pro it or anti?
She was anti, definitely anti. They put a bunch of you get the Candace Owens and all these people to speak against it. But then we look at the people who let her get on there. You see, we don't let them get away with that. We look at the Democrats who let her get on there because they know who's going to get on there and say what. If you put a Candace Owens on a reparations panel. And this is a serious topic, and you are a Democrat and you let it happen, that means you are against reparations too. And we're gonna show you how we feel in the voting booth when you do stuff like that.
Pause real quick.
It was funny because I asked.
See, this why I be having a problem with like because they'll throw somebody black out there that ain't American to speak because they don't want to say it. Instead of them just standing holding their nuts and just saying, and being white and just saying, yo, I'm against reparations because I just don't want to give it to y'all. Because that's what it really is. Like all that bullshit talking around it, that's what it is. I just don't want to, I think everybody else deserve it. Y'all just don't, we don't want to give y'all shit. Just say that. Like, but they'll use people like Candace Owens because she's articulate. Sometimes she be saying real shit. Like she know how to, you feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes she be saying stuff I agree with, but then she just always do something that be like, man,
But
Like, man,
we know that you ain't always gonna agree with somebody, even the wrong clocks.
but
Right?
it's the disagreement that I have with her. I feel like just like a lot of them people, they have some kind of vitriol towards Black Americans, which is weird.
Facts.
It's strange. It's the strangest shit I ever seen. We don't be thinking about these people. Like, when we be fighting for our own shit in our own country, we don't think about these people. We ain't trying to take nothing from them. Why? What is that? I don't understand. I don't get that. That's the part I don't get. Like, that's the shit that be making me mad. Like, I don't like it. I don't like. And they be using these people because they know they stay articulate and they be saying some real shit sometime. But then they'll use them to go against us. Like, they use them because they Black too.
Yeah, that's how it works. You got to say a little bit of something that's real, and then throw the whole thing off with the real agenda that they want you to say. So okay, you're gonna say a little bit of right over here, but we gonna go way over on the other side right after that.
Facts. But go ahead, play, because this is where it really get freaky at.
See, never saw this particular clip, but oh boy, I found it.
I do not think that we deserve reparations for slavery. I was never a slave in this country, and I think that the idea, if you think that you're going to get more than $200 from the government, okay, this entire debate is just it's a joke, okay? It's never going to happen. Do you think that we're the only group? I'm just going to ask this question that has had something awful happen to them in this country. What about the Jewish people? Should they get reparations for the Holocaust?
They did. They did.
And that's one of the things I have. I've been on the debate on the anti side and on the pro side, and I found out. Huh?
I mean, stop. Oh, my bad.
Just stop. I've been on the anti side and the pro side, and I found that the anti side, you wind up arguing yourself into circles. There's no real justification for anti. On the pro side, it says the slavery was the beginning of the wrongdoing, and you didn't pay. So then also you screwed over those people until they were dead, and then you screwed over their kids, and then their kids were our great grandparents. Or great grandparents if your people didn't live a long time. And then those kids were fucked over. And then those kids, they were the ones fighting in the civil rights movement, getting hosed down by the police. And then the kids after that, which was me,
you put crack in the neighborhoods. And no, you put crack in the neighborhoods right after the civil rights shit. Yeah. But there's so much shit wrong with this clip right here. First of all, you're Caribbean. So all this we talk is asinine. You was never a slave in America, yeah, because you're Caribbean. You was a slave in the Caribbean. and why do you sound so angry about Black Americans getting you hear all this vitriol coming? I never hear Candace Owens talking like this. You hear how aggressive and how vitriolic she sounds. Like, what is that? Like, what is that?
Here's another point that all people always do on the anti side. Well, they think they were the first ones to be enslaved. Are you the first to slave? White people were slaves first. I said, well, just because a wrongdoing happened to other people, don't make it change the wrongdoing that was done to you.
Like, I'm not even the real talk. I'm not even dignifying that comment with a statement because we talking about America anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But
we talking about the United States of a week. But this the thing, we suing the United States government. It's not about nobody else. It's about the United. All that babbling talk about everywhere else, man. I don't care nothing about that goofy shit you talking about. Like, we talking about United States of America. This government that enslaved my people. This the same government.
Yeah. Well,
this is the same government.
Well, yeah, whenever you get into that debate period, they always going to bring that circle up. They bring it in. And my conclusion to that tirade was that I tell them, just because somebody punched you in the face, you're going to want that injury to be stopped. You don't care that faces have been being punched since the existence of faces. You punch me in the face, but people been getting punched for centuries. I should get over it.
But I know that the reason why I tell them I'm not gonna even dignify that with a comment is because they know they know that's a deflection. They know that that's a deflection. They all say the same shit. I done heard every excuse them niggas got. It's always the same shit. My people wasn't. Your people wasn't. You wasn't a slave. I wasn't a slave. I don't care nothing about that. Does everybody else deserve? They already got reparations. Like,
or they go into the They do put the everyone else shit on, or they go into the what's it called? Fuck, I lost my train.
And you know what they do after they realize they can't, especially the ones like Candace Owens, you know what they do after they realize they can't spin you? Well, shit, my people deserve reparations too.
All the time.
Y'all got CARICOM, bitch. They fighting for reparations from England. So you don't got nothing to do with here. Like, mind your business. Cause most Black Americans don't even know about CARICOM because we don't give a fuck. CARICOM is a group that's fighting for is fighting for the Caribbeans to get reparations from England and all that shit. That's y'all business. Do your thing. I hope y'all get it for real. Mind your business though. But go ahead.
The slope is when you start saying reparations. It's the beginning of humanity. The slave trade used to be legal. In the UK, they decided to give reparations when they abolished it. You know who they gave reparations to? The slave owners.
So
because Black people were their property legally. It was legal.
So did America. That's what I try to tell people too. At the time of slavery was legal. And they said, well, Black people own slave. I said, yes, some successful Black people did, but what they're not taking into account, a lot of Black slave owners were buying back their relatives.
Most of them was.
Yeah, a huge chunk of them was. Now there were successful people that just owned slaves and shit.
And most of them was the slave master's kids. Like that little nigga, he'll get a slave. Most of them was the ones that was treating the slaves like slaves, but a lot of them was just buying their family back.
Like even with Thomas Jefferson, I thought his history, he didn't come from a slave owning family, his wife did. So all the slaves he inherited was from his wife, his father-in-law. And then he freed a bunch of them.
Yeah, they did. Started making kids and shit.
Oh, that is exactly what they were. It was the kids he made with his chick. He let them all go. I'm talking
about in the beginning, he wasn't like against slavery or nothing.
Oh, he spoke against it from the very beginning. He was one of the authors for the Constitution.
He a Joe Biden, man. These niggas be Joe Biden, man. I learned the tricks.
I read a little bit about it.
I learned the tricks. A lot of them niggas that say shit. Just like I told you, they said they was gonna vote for Kamala and turned around and voted for Trump or didn't vote. I'm telling you, a lot of them did that shit. They be doing that shit. They be tricking niggas, scamming the system. That's what that is. Like, you can't say you against slavery because you sleeping with them, but you still got slaves.
Yeah.
Go ahead, play that shit.
Right? So when they got rid of it, they gave them reparations. The point is that no matter where you go in history, someone was oppressed.
Now, this is interesting. Candace Owens is talking down on reparations. And she's saying, well, we don't deserve reparations. And what about the other groups? So she's integrating herself into the African-American community. And I find that odd. Until Tariq Nasheed decided to expose Candace Owens for doing the ungodly. Let's look at what the post was. So Tariq Nasheed shared this post with like an eyeglass. And it says, Candace Owens says she has a Caribbean bias, so she rejects any negative stories pitched to her about Rihanna or Nicki Minaj. I'm not going to say anything bad about Rihanna or Nicki Minaj. Now, Rihanna or Nicki Minaj are both from Trinidad, if I'm not mistaken. But I couldn't believe that she actually would say this until she did.
I want to say just how much I liked this guy. I just had a feel like, okay, I'll be honest. I have a Caribbean bias. My former producer made it very clear to me that I have a Caribbean bias because she'd pitch me stories or like say like Rihanna did this. And I'd be like, I'm not going to say anything bad about Rihanna or like Nicki Minaj. And she's like, but I have a Caribbean bias.
So that led me to looking at Candace Owens' background. Candace Owens, according to Wikipedia, is also of Caribbean American heritage through her grandmother, who is originally from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay. Her paternal grandfather was Robert Owen, a Black American who was born in North Carolina. So what it shows to me is that, okay, she has one relative or some relatives that are African American, but she has a bias towards those people who are from the Caribbean. So when you hear about the detriment that somebody like Nicki Minaj is doing with her music, you don't really want to talk about it. And your own host, who's probably a white guy, is saying, hey, listen, you have these situations going on with Rihanna, and you have these situations going on with Nicki Minaj, but you have a Caribbean preference. You prefer them. Okay, why don't you?
See, and now that's really crazy that she has this particular preference. But I mentioned it to you, Terrell. There ain't no money in talking shit about them two. You might get a little bit of a spread, but if the conservative grift is way better It's way more lucrative. It's way more meat in that.
But you could throw them in the mix with other black people, but you deliberately separate, you othering yourself. And this is why I said we different than everybody. We got to separate ourselves too. Fuck all that one black nigga, cause y'all be trying to use that shit to do all your bullshit, your degenerate shit. Say I'm black, I'm black, I'm black. And then when it's good time, oh, I'm real specific then. Like, fuck all that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and Candace Owens getting thrown in that bucket too, like, cause she was doing good work on Command Me. I respected that.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was doing good work, but we got to keep our eye on the ball though too. Like, you always got to know an op when you see one. Like,
and a lot of this stuff they talking about is pre Command Me situation. It's pre all of this. This is stuff she's done.
Yeah, but it's still like hold on, bro. The one thing with that Caribbean bias is recent. That was recent on her show when she said that.
Okay.
That's recent.
You're right.
That shit right there is recent. That's right there, bro. That's probably the other day. Like, that's what I'm saying. So this is
how she feels.
Right. They want to dump all that bullshit on black culture, but then you different when you Caribbean. How? Like what the fuck? Like, all right, cool. We gonna be different then.
And Caribbeans be disrespecting, calling us Yankees, be disrespecting us. Like, it'd be crazy.
That's a fact too. Yeah, that shit crazy too. But we gonna be different then. Right. So when them crackers start smashing down on y'all just make sure y'all hold it down. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about Caribbean reparations. Why are you so engulfed in the African American community when clearly you have a preference for Caribbeans? And I hate to say this, and this is not to be offensive, but in America, the people who have done the most for the black struggle are the hashtag FBAs or African Americans, simply because we are in greater number. So why do you have this smoke for the group that's giving you all the opportunities in those Caribbeans in America? It's crazy because Nicki Minaj was in Trinidad. Hate to say this, no offense to my Trinidadian brothers. I have friends in Trinidad, but we all know that Nicki Minaj could not get on in Trinidad. She could. Her life would have been completely different had she stayed there. We all know. What about Rihanna? Rihanna was born actually in Barbados, not Trinidad. If she would have never come to America, would she have ever had the opportunity that she has now, especially with Fenty? No, both of those people, including you and your ancestry, were able to get on because of African Americans. And it's interesting because Rihanna and Nicki Minaj have both said something very disrespectful about African Americans, especially Rihanna when it came to Martin Luther King. Yet, when it comes to their culture, they want to protect it. Remember in 2021, Michael B. Jordan tried to start this particular rum called J. Overt. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. But he wanted to have this rum line. And again, remember, hey, we're supposed to be all black and all family, right? No, Nicki Minaj and all of those people were like, no, this is the Caribbean people. You know what I'm saying? Change that name. You can't have our name. Oh, but they all in our.
Now watch this. Now watch these same people. Now watch how offended these niggas be when niggas start separating, because niggas already separating themselves from everybody else. Now when shit start happening to y'all and y'all see that we minding our business and y'all own group, now watch what happens. Everybody gonna be crying. Hold your own nuts. Y'all all want to be separate and keeping y'all shit to yourselves and gatekeeping y'all shit and all that. Like, if we start gaping, if this is the thing, right? If we would have been gatekeeping our shit, it wouldn't be nothing for nobody to do. Y'all wouldn't have shit to do.
Facts.
The fuck?
We say cooking too. He cooking right now too.
Yeah, go ahead, play that shit up, bro.
Community with all of their ratchet stuff, like Nicki Minaj, the culture that she brings to the African American community, the blacks, it's ratchet, it's ghetto as hell, it's BBLing it up. But you don't have no problem talking about that. But you want to be considered to talk about why we shouldn't get reparations? Go tell people in Trinidad, Tobago why they shouldn't get reparations. But you would never do that because you want your Caribbean people to get reparations. So why don't you just be for your group? I don't have a problem with just being for your group. And that's what I see a lot of brothers and sisters, not all, but I see people doing it. Let me tell you a story time. Story time music. I was talking to this lady who happened to be from Rwanda originally. She grew up in Uganda. She's a lady that lives in Maryland.
Shout out to
Now,
Uganda.
you'll find a lot of
It's an
Rwandese,
African lady. Listen to this story.
just because of the immigration here. And she was talking about she didn't want Donald Trump to become president because she wanted more of her Rwandese and Ugandan relatives to be able to go to the United States and get citizenship. Well, then I asked her, well, what about the African Americans that are already there? She said, what about them? I said, okay, well, how would you feel if those people were able to come into Uganda and get citizenship and be able to participate in this economy? Would you like that? She's like, oh, no, I got a problem with that. I said, of course you do. Of course you have a problem with that because you're biased. You would like your people to be able to get on whatever they want, but you have a problem with our people getting on. That's crazy, right? And that's exactly how it can be. And that's the same thing with Candace Owens. You're just being disingenuous. There is a lot of Caribbean crime that goes on. Of course, you have a lot of African-American crime, but you got people.
Now, the reason why I wanted you to hear that story for real, he talking about a woman that's over there in Africa. Because that's where O'Shea live at. O'Shea is in Africa.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he been over there. O'Shea is in, I think, Uganda.
Yeah, he's in Uganda.
Yeah,
He's been there for years.
For years, O'Shea been over there, right? So O'Shea talking about a woman in Africa. So when niggas be saying, "Oh, that's just the ones that's over here that think like that," no, the fuck it ain't. No, it's not. Like it's like they think like we they slaves or something. Like they supposed to use it. It's the weirdest shit ever. Like I don't know what that is, but it's bizarre. Like, and then as soon as they get here, it's like the first thing they do is start showing vitriol towards us and trying to find a way to make sure we don't get shit. That's what it seems like for real. Like,
yeah, that's what it is. Because that's exactly what it is, bro. And then they act like we lazy. How we lazy? That's why we built every industry, invented damn near all the technology that they based any of this stuff off. Like, and in harsh conditions, in the most severe conditions, we did it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
on top of the times we had to keep rebuilding our communities because they keep destroying the shits and pushing us here and pushing us there and that type of shit. Like come on, man. I ain't that shit, man. I don't, dog. Like, that's why I be telling niggas we ain't really got no allies. We got individuals that fuck with us, but as a group, nigga, we ain't got no people do not fuck with us. Like, I'm telling you, they can say whatever. All y'all race. I don't even give a fuck about all them labels y'all putting on niggas. That shit don't. Who gives a fuck, nigga? Like, I don't even give a fuck. Y'all could put all them little fat Joe, fat boy. You could say you call niggas this and that and racist. Y'all been calling niggas monkeys and all this goofy shit for decades, nigga. Fuck you, a nigga like you gonna call somebody racist.
Facts.
Like, fucking we got going on here. Like what is this? Like, what kind of Jedi mind tricks niggas playing with people, man? Like, I don't. That's probably the end of the video too. You don't need to play the rest of that shit, cause
yeah, that is the ass end.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the shit. That shit grinds my gears for real. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, that shit definitely scuffed my Timbs.
Man, like you go over there, you in there talking about we don't deserve. You not even you. What are you talking about? Like, we don't deserve this. We don't like what, man.
But no, you right. Like, listen, mind your business.
Right.
Just mind your business, and then you don't got nothing to say. Don't say nothing negative or positive. Just shut up and mind your business.
Mind your business. Like, yeah, what is it in you that makes you feel like you need to speak again, even if you disagree with it? Mind your business. Like I don't get it. Like, 'cause I've never heard a Black American speak ill on CARICOM or none of that shit they got going on fighting for their reparation from England.
They give zero fucks about it. It ain't.
Who gives a fuck? Like, yeah.
And more of them the world pay attention to us over here. Like, a lot of people don't be watching news from other places like that, not unless you really just in whatever you into and shit. For the most part, everybody watching American news, what's going on right here.
This the crazy shit, right? I'm gonna show you what kind of Jedi mind trick niggas be playing on Black Americans. All around the world, they'll say we got main character syndrome. Like, we think everything is about us, but on some real shit, if we be about to, you can ask somebody over there in the UK, yo, you think Black Americans deserve reparations? Them they fuck no. They'll be aggressive. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Go over there and ask them niggas if they think we deserve that shit. I guarantee you, everybody over there gonna say no. For the most part, you might catch one or two people that say,
Nah, I
"Hell
feel you.
yeah," right. But for the most part, they be like, "Fuck no."
But when somebody else in trouble, everybody want to send money or whatever. Groups, like you said, want to help. And no group want to help us.
Mm-hmm. That shit is crazy. It's like we gotta stop helping everybody else and help ourselves. That's our issue. We always helping everybody else. Like us following them Democrats always wanting us to help these immigrant groups, and as soon as they get on their feet, they say we lazy.
Yep.
Which is the wildest shit on earth. Like, cause that's what we've been fighting for. Help all these new immigrant groups. They come in, we help them. They get on their feet, and then they act like, "Oh, you niggas is lazy." Like what? Because you know what they do. You know what a lot of these groups do. They like to judge us by our lowest common denominator. Like they'll take a crackhead that they see and just put that on all of us.
Yeah.
That's the shit they do.
And they act like the majority of us are very hard work. You know, Black Americans very hardworking people. We go through mad struggle. We don't complain, and we mad loving.
Nigga, statistically, the majority of Black Americans is middle class. So that shit don't even, what they be saying, that shit is so goofy, it don't even make no sense. Like what niggas be saying. Like, I don't know, but you know, to each his own. I just don't tolerate no disrespect. I don't give a fuck who's saying what. It is what it is. And I grew up around all kinds of people, but I ain't gonna let you lie.
Facts.
We not doing that around this.
And telling the truth ain't, they act like when we be direct with it, like it's disrespectful. No, you being disrespectful. I'm just stating blank facts. And most of the part, I ain't paying attention to you. Keep it real.
Yeah.
Not until you bring it up when I gotta just, shoot a dart back.
Because the whole thing is never in a Black American household did your parents ever tell you to discriminate against anybody. Yo, don't hang with that little Jamaican kid. Never. Don't hang with that little African kid. Never, nigga. That our parents don't teach us shit like that. Can y'all say the same though?
No, they have mad conversations in their house negative about us.
Yeah, the whole shit is negative. They blame everything that happens in America negative on us.
And we the ones that built it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. We don't, and the crazy shit is before all these other groups came here, was we doing all this crazy shit?
Facts. We was definitely more together, more families, more.
Nigga, we wasn't even killing each other.
That's what I'm saying. More families, like actual families, grazing.
Mm-hmm. We was getting married under an 80% clip. Like the kids was born in wedlock. You feel what I'm saying? People was getting married. Like, so I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers say what they want, but we start getting into them freaky statistics and start getting nasty looking. Like, and then you start getting into statistics in people's homeland, and you be like, nigga, Nigeria is the child orphan capital of the world, nigga. Y'all got orphans running all around that bitch.
I didn't even know that.
Jamaica is the what they said that is. Jamaica is the most place with the single mothers or some shit. I think it's like 97%, like some shit like that.
I didn't even know that.
Some shit like that, yeah.
Shit, that could be a whole. That could be a topic for another podcast. We could do the world social situation.
And people don't want to get into them statistics is nasty. So when they put anything on us, we ain't even nowhere near in the top 10 in the world, like with nothing. No killings, none of that shit. Motherfucker, man. I think El Salvador is one of the murder capital. And then I think under that is like Jamaica.
Well, you know what's funny is El Salvador, Honduras, because of all the people they let in, and a lot of their criminals either in prison or here, they have a 50-year low of crime.
Yeah, they should drop. Yeah, because they let all niggas up here. Yeah, we got 13. How the fuck they let 13,000 rapists and murderers in this country? And they just got these niggas frolicking around.
I mean, we was short on that particular job description, so
man,
outsourced the work, you know.
Man, that's a wild. Like that part right there. See, that's the part that I'd be like Joe Biden, like kind of racist is you? Because you ain't do nothing but let them people in our neighborhoods.
I think it's something else behind it too, because if you listen to a young Joe Biden, he was talking about running shit the opposite way he did since he got in. He
So
was
what
not.
you what not to cut the make the shit longer, but what you think it is though?
I don't know, man. I think some of that shit about restructuring, reorganizing the communities, I think it might be like some people said it's deliberately. They placed all these people in minority neighborhoods. They're not in the suburbs. They're not in these other places. So
yeah, but I told you what it was. This is my theory, right? I'm telling you, during COVID, I think nasty Joe Biden, his vitriol towards black people, because they constantly watching us in Poland. They doing all these polls and these studies. They constantly doing that. I think he started feeling like, you know what? These black people having too much money. We gotta move them around. Not even no funny shit. Am I tripping?
No.
That's the only thing that would make sense though. Like, cause it ain't like you trying to restructure these neighborhoods for what? Like, I don't want to. Like, I don't get it. Like, why? Cause we ain't going nowhere. You just gonna it's just gonna be another neighborhood full of us somewhere else. Like, we still gonna be in this country. Like, I don't understand like what restructuring the neighborhood unless you trying to. I'm telling you, I feel like he felt like
it's the birth, like these cats coming in high numbers, and they're gonna freaking multiply once they get here too. So it's just the basic restructure. Like in Europe, they're having the same situation. Like there's some countries in Europe where like 85% of the population are immigrants.
But this the thing, right? But why you couldn't put them somewhere where it ain't people at? You could still do that same shit. Why did you deliberately put them on top of niggas? Why?
Infrastructure is already set up. Easy to get them resources. Out in the boonies, yeah. Infrastructure out there.
Government,
no Section 8.
Shit, build it. They do it everywhere else.
It was better than where they coming from, right?
It still would be a problem. They're still using your tax dollars.
I don't know. That shit don't make no sense because you pushing all the niggas somewhere else. You just gonna you gonna turn a city that wasn't big into a big city, and it's gonna be tax dollars there. Then what? Like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because they right now, I'm gonna show you what they doing right now in Bridgeport. Right, they pushing all the niggas to the valley. So you push all them niggas to the valley, you just gonna push all that tax money to the valley too.
But they're still getting it.
Who getting it? The town they from, not Bridgeport though.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It gotta be Joe Biden did that to shit on niggas. I'm telling you, because the reason why I'm saying that, if you think about it, when Trump was in office, right, man, niggas was running around here with bread, everybody, and I'm not lying, little kids buying Hellcat Chargers, children, like kids that's like 18, 19, little kids, like buying Hellcats and Trackhawks and all this crazy. People was having bread. The first thing Joe Biden did, I'm gonna try to. He didn't, even though they said it didn't go through. I don't know. It didn't go through. He was trying to put the tax on Cash App. That's the first thing he did when he got in office.
Yeah, I think that they didn't do away with that. That's there. Anything over 600 or over gets reported to the IRS.
Oh yeah, he did. Joe Biden did that then. That's what I'm saying. So now this is what I'm trying to say. Why did he do that? Because all the black small businesses, that's how they was doing all their transactions through Cash App. Niggas was selling weed through Cash. Niggas was doing all kind of shit. I'm telling you. And somehow they found out, and that's what that was. Because there's no other explanation for that. How did you know? What made him randomly just say, "Yo, we just gonna Cash App. We gonna tax that"? Like, what was that?
And it wasn't him. It was a group of people that wrote it up. They just laid it down for him to sign.
Yeah, but why did he sign it? Like, I don't. Why did they? And who is these group of people, and what they be studying? These think tanks.
I mean, he signed everything they put in front. There was a video when he first got in office. You go, I don't even know what I'm signing here, and Kamala goes, just sign it, Joe. And he was pistol whipping shit.
Oh my God, dog. I don't know. I'm telling you, that shit look like it could be a conspiracy. That shit look freaky to me, though. You put all these people on top of black people. You started giving them resources, an unnecessary amount of resources too. Like, then they was giving them overabundance of shit. How y'all got cars? They was giving them everything. What was that? You think that was just some, like, what was that? What is that? Like, that don't even make no sense at all. Like, you giving them shit.
You bring them all here. They're coming outside of the immigration process. Usually when immigrants come here, they have infrastructure set up. They got a job set up. They come in with vaccinations. They come in healthy. They got family members here. They got something to help.
Oh, you talking about the legal way?
The legal way.
Oh,
these ones, they just let them in. So
that's what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is, what was the point of that though? Like, I don't
I don't know. Nobody really knows.
Man, I mean, shit. My guesses sound better than anybody else shit, because I can't think of no other reason why you would throw these people on top of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
After Trump just got out of office and niggas was doing good.
Yeah.
That shit 1 + 1 = 2. That's real. That's mighty fishy, Joe. That's mighty fishy.
Yeah, the inquiring minds want to know. Joe, could you please let us know?
Yeah, what you got on? Yeah, what was that? That's mighty fishy, Joe. Like, that's some, man.
But hey, it's that witching hour now. We reached the 1 hour and 40 minutes. We could shut it down so we could like let our uploads hit. Y'all got anything you want before I start doing the wind down?
Nah, wind it down, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Hold on, we're gonna hit Murray's again. Yo, guys, thank you for coming to the Hard Pause Podcast.
Water gang. Hard Pause.
Whether you came via Quarter Water TV or the Hard Pause Podcast or Julian Black on other channels. Yo, thank you guys for coming in and chilling with us. Another successful episode. Please make sure you're checking out the links in the description. All the music that's featured in the podcast is there. Please go check out my boy Hudson Red Waters' Instagram, Quarter Water TV on YouTube. And we appreciate you guys, man. Just stay blessed. See you next weekend.
Ask me if the leave is my sign, I balance and I'm divine, and you can have a good time with me, yeah. Acting like a orange on to me, yeah. Girl, you know your body is calling me, yeah. Every sex position perform, we setting up car alarms, as if my dick I now start with me, yeah. Wave, Maurice, roll with us, you know you wanna ride away. See a freak in the sheets and